So, just last Wednesday, on October 1st, Microsoft changed Game Pass and received a lot of warranted criticism for it. In case you aren't up to date on everything that was changed, here is a quick summary. Before the recent change, starting at $9.99, there was both the Game Pass Core and PC plans. Core essentially replaced Xbox Live Gold. It granted you online multiplayer and 25 rotating titles for console. PC was exclusively for Windows. It just granted you access to hundreds of games in the PC game library. Now this is where it gets confusing. Next we had Game Pass Console for $10.99 a month. Only $1 more than Core, but it gave you access to hundreds of games instead of 25. The catch is that it does not include online multiplayer. In my opinion, that was the dumbest of the plans, but moving on, I want to focus on to Game Pass Standard and Ultimate. Standard, at $15 a month, gave you access to over 200 titles, online multiplayer, but had no day one releases and was strictly for console. While Ultimate cost $20 a month and gave you literally everything. Ultimate provided hundreds of games for both PC and console libraries, 50 promised day one games, multiplayer for console, cloud gaming, store discounts, and EA Play. Now looking back at all of the plans, it was obvious that something needed to change, and thankfully, some things did. Core and console plans are just gone, combined and replaced by the new Essential plan, which is honestly better in my opinion. If you are using Core, you get upgraded to Essential. It's basically the same plan, but with more games and the ability to game stream your own games. If you were on the console plan, your plan is grandfathered over. No new signups are allowed, but Microsoft isn't kicking you off of it, and your price is the same. Now, unfortunately, that is where all of the good news ends. The PC plan went from being $10 a month to a whopping $16.50. The plan didn't change whatsoever, it just got a 65% price hike. Game Pass Ultimate went from $20 a month to $30 a month. 50% increase in price for the ability to play Ubisoft Plus Classics and get 25 more day one games per year. Now, imagine someone who's been auto-paying for Ultimate this whole time. They don't read blogs, they don't follow Twitter, and next month, their $20 subscription silently morphs into $30. No new perks, no heads up, just $10 more gone. It's like paying your internet bill. One month, it's $60. Then the next, it's $90, but your speed hasn't changed. You didn't upgrade, nothing new got added, it just costs more. That's the kind of frustration players are walking into. This could have been easily avoided, and here's how. By taking a look at the current Essential plan and the previous Ultimate plan, Microsoft actually had a golden opportunity to restructure it in a way that actually felt like a win for the players. All they had to do was rename Premium to the new Ultimate at $15 a month. This plan would give you around 200 games across console and PC, online multiplayer, and limited day one access. Maybe just first-party Xbox titles or a handful of select releases each year, but day one games nonetheless. Also, you could throw in low-priority cloud gaming. Then, introduce a brand new top tier. Call it Ultimate X at $30 a month. This would pack in everything. Ubisoft Plus Classics, EA Play, high-priority cloud gaming, the full 75 plus day one games per year, and a massive 500 plus game library across both PC and console. Now, the reason this would work is simple. Current Ultimate subscribers would feel like their plan actually dropped in cost to $15, even if the feature set was lighter. The choice to upgrade would then be in their hands, not forced on them. Sure, a small minority of people might be upset about getting fewer day one titles or a smaller library at the $15 tier, but that frustration would be drowned out by the goodwill of a cheaper plan. And honestly, as dumb as Ultimate X sounds, it lines up way better with Microsoft's branding than what we have. So with this simple change, people on the Essential plan would be happy to get a free upgrade from Core. and many of them would be motivated to jump to Ultimate for only $5 more. That creates natural upselling without alienating the existing subscriber base. But instead, Microsoft went the opposite direction. They didn't make the value clearer, they only muddied the waters. They didn't give players more choice, they simply funneled them into higher costs. That is why the backlash is so strong. When you look at what people actually got, Ultimate players are paying 50% more for barely anything. PC players are paying 65% more for nothing. And Premium just looks like a stripped down version of Ultimate with barely any savings. It feels less like innovation and more like nickel and diming. Microsoft had a chance to make Game Pass look like a growth story. Instead, it became a shameless pickpocket. And here's the kicker. I don't believe gamers mind paying more when the value is obvious. But when it's the same service with a higher bill, that's when the trust starts to break. And in the subscription business, trust is everything. Anyways, that's the end of my rant. I don't know what I was doing with this video. I just wanted to make it. So if you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, I don't care. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.